Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and enjoy the full video. On the Thursday, November 20 episode of The Young and the Restless, Nick discovered an undercover sting. Noah and Sienna were imprisoned, and Matt ambushed Sharon in her hotel room. Nick returned to the shadow room and searched for Mitch and Sienna. However, he promptly located Detective Burrow, and Nick was confused about why they were meeting at the club instead of at the police department. Burrow explained that it was the best place to meet because he had someone he needed to introduce. A woman approached the table and expressed how nice it was to meet Nick, finally. The woman joked about Nick's good looks, but he wasn't enthused. Nick demanded to know who she was, and Burrow told him that her name was Annie. Burrow insisted that Nick take a seat so that everything could be explained. Nick wanted the outside of the table so that he wouldn't be trapped. Burrow revealed that he and Annie were partners, working on an undercover operation against the Bacalls. Burrow thought Mitch was behind it all, and Nick wasn't surprised by the news. Burrow had been pretending to be a dirty cop on Mitch's payroll, and Nick questioned whether Noah was considered a suspect in the fentanyl trade. Burrow thought that was the reason for Noah's crash and his being targeted. The idea was that he somehow knew too much about the operation, and someone tried to silence him. Nick wanted answers on the steps being taken to identify who was involved in Noah's accident. They didn't think anyone had hit Noah's car directly, and Nick grew increasingly impatient. Nick exposed the truth about Mitch being Matt Clark and how he had a long-standing vendetta against himself and his family. Nick told them about Noah checking himself out of the hospital against medical advice and asked if they already knew. However, Annie denied any knowledge, and Burrow evaded the question entirely. Regardless, Nick was certain that Matt was keeping Noah captive somewhere. They were surprised that Matt knew Nick in high school, and their bad blood dated back so long. He discussed everything, including Sharon's rape at Matt's hand. Nick discussed Matt's previous drug dealing, and he believed that it could tie into their fentanyl case. He couldn't believe how Matt pulled off faking his own death, and the police couldn't believe he returned to haunt them again. Nick said if Matt did anything to Noah, he would kill him, which left the detectives unsettled. He said the story either ends with Matt's death or a lifelong prison sentence. Nick wasn't concerned about the drug bust. His only focus was on saving Noah's life. Nick told the police about Noah and Sienna's affair, and they told Nick that Noah wasn't the only missing person. Sienna was also unaccounted for. Nick was fed up. He told Burrow to shake the truth out of Matt so they could find out where Noah was. Nick said the stakes were too high because Matt had a laundry list of reasons to target Noah. Burrow said he tried to contact Matt, but he couldn't promise anything. Sienna tried to wake Noah, who was unconscious. After rubbing his body for a few minutes, she finally got him to regain consciousness. Both Noah and Sienna had massive headaches, and they assumed they had been drugged with something. Noah wondered how long they'd been held captive, but she had no idea.